Hey everybody, how's it? Uh-oh, I hit the wrong button there. There we go. I was trying to turn my volume off up and I hit the volume or I hit the power button off, so that wasn't good. So that's how that's starting off today. Um, so saying hi to everybody in here. Hi Christine. I see Jason Whitaker's in here. Hello. We got Michael Sanford. We got Eileen. Welcome to my kitchen. Wander Arts and Adventures. Um, It looks like we got 11 wonderful people in here. Glad everybody showed up this Friday. That's awesome. We're going to have Stu on here. And Stu is, and I've been talking about this for a while, Stu's a carp fisherman. So, and I'm really excited to learn about what he's got going on and about his channel. And hopefully you guys, go over, check him out, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for him. Super nice guy. Been talking about it, and I was really impressed with the fact that he had goals and how he wants to grow and what he wants to do. So, see, we only got 5 in here right now. I did post at the top, I posted the link for my bonfire page, and I'm going to show you guys here. Hi, Bankside Brothers. How are you doing? I'm going to show you guys some of the merch real quick. And then I'm going to have Stu coming up here to talk. And tonight, hi, Lila Newton. How are you doing? Awesome. I'm glad you like your mug, Lila. That's what there's some. I was just saying there's some new merch up there in the Backwoods Mindset store on Bonfire. I had people asking for buck shirts. So I spent all yesterday trying to figure out how to do it, and I'm not a digital guy. So wanted to do some funnier buck shirts. I'm going to pull it up here real quick and show you guys. Let's see here. Which button do I hit? I think I hit this one. Add to stream. Okay, it's doing something, I think. Maybe? If it doesn't work, you might just have... Oh, is it doing it? I don't know. This is StreamYard's kind of a pain here. We'll see how... It might not just... What is... I have no idea what's going on right now. Is it up there? Oh, there we go. We got something up there. Here, I'll just go... We'll do this. So you can kind of see... I hope you can see. But we got... This is one of them. I'm just going to show you a couple here. I did 3 different ones. So I did... this is one that I thought was kind of a funny design. And... This might not work. I might just be skipping over this, but there we go. Something's coming up now. Sorry, it's taking everybody. Hi, Nature's Wild Playground. How are you doing? All right, so there's the front of it. You got the little, I don't know if you see. Oh my gosh. This isn't as going as seamless as I thought it was going to go. So maybe well, it's like going back to it again. I don't know. Anyways, so I did like a wanted poster type shirt, and I was hoping it was going to be real easy and everything was going to be working good here, but it doesn't look like it is. Now I feel bad. I think we're just going to... Well, every time I say that, then it wants to start moving. I like where I'm starting to get ready to get rid of it here, and then it ends up coming back. All right. All right. So I'll show you now. All of them are kind of similar. We got this one here. Scroll up so you guys can see it. Can you guys see it okay? Let me know if you can see it here. So we got that one. That's the wanted. And then there's the other one that says Get Buck Wild on it. And that's on the front of it. And then it's got the Backwoods Mindset logo on the back. And then we have the other one that is the the Buck Takes Over Backwoods, which was actually an idea from Christine Buckland. So she came up with that idea, and I liked it, so I decided to do it in a shirt, and we got shirts, tank tops, all sorts of stuff. So please check that out. Once again, anything, when I get super chats, I get anything from the shirts. Whenever any money comes from that, it is it automatically goes to stuff for the channel. So it's, that's not paying for me to get, like, Jason Crocker says, it's not paying for me to get burgers and eat out and stuff. Everything goes straight back into the channel. And I do it like that because it costs money to do this stuff. It costs money for me to have the PO box. When I do giveaways, I have to get some stuff that helps with that. And just running things. There's time, there's stuff I have to put into, there's things I need to buy, things I need to keep up with. So, let's see here. Oh, no problem, Christine. No, it was a good idea because he sure did take over that. Now, the other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to do a mail call real quick. Show you guys here. And this is from Heavenly Dream Dairy Goats. And they sent me over some stuff. I already opened it because it was packaged up really, really well, and I didn't want to be sitting here trying to struggle with it. So here's the first one. It came out, like a regular US, but I also don't want to show their address or anything. But they sent me this, which I thought was pretty cool. I haven't actually taken it out yet, but they sent me a coffee mug. Pretty cool. It says Heavenly Dream. I'm trying to get a Dairy Goat. So they sent me this awesome coffee mug, which will come in handy there. And then they also, now I don't want to make any of my soap people angry because I got my friend Rachel out there who also makes soap. But they also sent me some soaps, which I'm really excited about. You can never have enough soaps. And this one is Cucumber Melon. And then we also have a Seashore Bar, and it is sea salt fragrance. So really excited about these. You can see it there. Those were, and I really appreciate it. It's just awesome to get stuff like that they thought of me and thought it'd be nice to be sending some stuff out to me. So it's really greatly appreciated. Hi, the Modern Native. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping in. And Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting. And anybody else that I might have missed here, I am sorry. Let's see here. Yeah, the Modern Native. Technical difficulties happen, man. I have them too. Hi, Poppy the Good Troll. How are you doing? Annette Morgan. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody here. I'm going to be bringing Stu up here in a minute. So I see him hanging out in the background. Hope I'm not making him nervous. Let's see here. So I just want to make sure I was trying to get caught up. So I'm using StreamYard this time, so it's a little bit different, and it's still kind of going kind of slow. But as I said, anytime Michael Sanford says it's a business, plain and simple. Got to invest into it in order to get anything out of it. Basically, got to spend some to make some. And that's Michael. That's right. And so right now, it's my slow time at work. And what I'm trying to do is and I have been making some money off of shirts and stuff, and it's been going into a special account. And then once I get there, I'm probably going to end up cutting off Bonfire and doing it myself. I have a t-shirt maker. And when I do that, I know the prices are kind of high with the shipping and stuff with Bonfire. It is what it is. There's no, I don't make the decisions on that. They do. So, hi, Jesus girl. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping in. But once we get that done, the prices will come down, but things were always changing and who knows what's going on. But Bonfire's been doing a great job. Everything gets out real quick. Everybody's been telling me, hi, the KC Fish page. How are you doing? But just in a minute here, I usually go for about 10 minutes before I bring somebody up. So we're going to be bringing Stu up here in a minute, and we're going to get talking about some fishing. So hi, Jessica's Dumpster Girls. But yeah, so that's what I want to thank Heavenly Dream Dairy Goat. Really appreciate them sending that stuff over to me. I appreciate everybody being in here, and I'm going to pull Stu up here now. I hope he's ready. Hit some buttons here. Add to stream. Oh, let me adjust the thing here. It's doing like a weird. There we go. Hi, Stu. How are you doing?
I'm good, Matty. How are you?
Good, good. So Stu's in the UK, so it's actually 10. What is it, like 10?
10
10
past
o'clock?
10, yeah. Just after 10 p.m.
Yeah. So, and I want to thank you, number one, for being on here. I really appreciate it. And why don't you start off? Go ahead, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, and your channel. Just kind of, the name of your channel, stuff like that. Let them know a little bit about you, and then we can get into some of the questions I have.
Yeah, no worries. Well, my name's, Stuart, but I go by Stu, obviously. 30, I'm getting old, 34, almost 35, so the grind is real. I've been fishing since I was about 5, which it wasn't my dad or my mum, it was sort of like my granddad that got me into it. Even though he didn't go with me, he used to give, like, back then I'm talking, what we're talking, early 90s. So he used to give me like bamboo canes and stuff like that to go try fishing and stuff like that. And then back then things weren't as bad, so I could just go on my own when I was kind of young, like 7 or 8. Wasn't too bad going fishing, like streams, rivers, lakes on my own. It was all good. But yeah, since 5 years old, I've done all kinds of fishing, whether it be sea fishing, coarse, fly fishing, but I'm mostly known and love carp fishing the most.
Yeah.
That's my major species. But I do try to mix it up, and I'll do a bit of pike fishing or trout fishing, just every now and again kind of thing, so it doesn't get a bit mundane. But yeah, carp fishing is my main thing, and yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's fun because I'm only 2 years older than you, so I completely understand what you mean about like the way the times have changed.
Yeah.
With things getting worse. It's like I remember some of the stuff that I would do when I was a kid, and I wouldn't even think about letting my children out to go do that now.
Yeah.
And maybe even some of that stuff we were doing, we shouldn't have been doing then. But
yeah, I mean, one story. I mean, my granddad used to be a blacksmith. So he had like a big, massive yard and quite a lot of land and everything. And he'd randomly, him and my nan would like have like a pile for like fires, and we're talking like probably 30 meter wide, like big fires. And my nan wouldn't think anything of just giving me a lighter at like 6 years old. Yeah, go set it off. There's some petrol over there. Just put a bit on, not too much. And you kind of think that now with your kids, my kids, I'd be like, hell no.
Yeah, no, right? Yeah, no. That's what I can, and that's funny because I remember my mom 4th of July for us, and my mom going out and buying me and all my cousins lighters.
Yeah.
So we could light off fireworks and stuff. And it's like nobody would do that now.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, that's awesome. So when did you start your channel?
What was it? It was the 9th of September last year.
Okay.
When I started it. So not been too long. Like, what is it now? Nearly 5 months.
Okay.
Well, a few days or 5 months. Yeah. So.
Okay, so 5 months in, and you're at how many subscribers now?
Well, as I've just got another one, probably 91 at the moment.
91. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you're getting there, and that's what those first 100 always seem like the worst grind, man.
Yeah.
It always seems like the worst. After that, it's still a grind, but it's like, I think you'll start seeing them pick up there. Let's see here, and I'm just looking to see if there's any questions over here because I wasn't paying attention like I told you I was going to be doing.
I've got my phone to the side of me, so that's why if you keep seeing me going off screen a little bit, I do kind of have a look myself. So I do. Okay. I've seen someone has put my fishing channel up, Jason Whitaker, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, Jason's a great guy. He's a big supporter of my channel. He's always here, and I appreciate him doing that. They're always really good about putting the channels up and links and stuff. Yeah. So let's see here. So now, what are your goals? Like I know now I know what your goals are, but I'm asking you so that you can tell everybody else because that's
Yeah,
what made me. I told you that's what made me contact you was I saw your list of goals on there and I was
yeah, it's
watching
on
your stuff
where one of
and
the
I'm like,
Facebook
man, this guy can
pages.
do way. He can do way more than what his goals are set at. But
Yeah. Well, it was a video. I think it was just before Christmas. I think about the 23rd of December. I want to say something around there. But yeah, it was my goals, obviously, for this year now. What I want to get out of my channel, my own personal fishing goals themselves. I mean, just to fire some off, my first one was 250 plus subscribers, which I want to be realistic. I don't want to put a crazy number out there, but I want to push myself. So I'm not going to go too short or anything. So yeah, first one was 250 subscribers. My second one was a carp of £20 plus, which I've had before, but it's just to keep me motivated, like I say. So, because sometimes what I can do, I've got like it's almost nostalgic fishing lakes or fishing pools, and I go to them and they might not have the biggest fish in there, but it's just memories for me to go to them instead of going to different ones and ones that have got like bigger carp in, for example. So yeah, the second one, £20 plus carp. The third one, which will grab your attention more, a catfish of over £20 plus, which we got quite a lot of waters in the UK with Wells catfish, so the big catfish. So a £20, it won't be too hard for me to do.
you know, and I'll say real quick, I guarantee you that if they're not in here right now, and I do, you know, a lot of my community is catfishermen.
Yeah.
Every single one of us are jealous that you have those catfish over there, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's awesome, man. And I'm sure you'll get them too.
yeah. Just here in the UK alone, I mean, I know three or four venues, which is like less than an hour's drive, and they've got catfish to like £98 plus. And if I was to go over to Spain, we're talking triple digits. We're talking £200 plus. So
Wow.
it's crazy. And I've
Well, and
been
that's you said you go to Spain sometimes too, correct?
yeah, I've been to Spain quite a lot. I mean, my mum actually used to live in Spain, so it wasn't when I was massively interested in catfishing. So it's a bit of a shame because I could have
Yeah.
tied that in well. But like, probably the most notorious river in Spain is the River Ebro, and the catfish. If you just Google some of the catfish that are on there, they're just insane. It takes two big guys just to lift them alone, and casting. It's a case of you getting a rowing boat, someone's going out, dropping your baits in, and yeah, it's crazy. And then
That's
also,
that's awesome.
yeah, I mean, also with that, there's massive carp in there as well. Like, I don't know, I can't even think what they go to, but I mean, I've seen quite a few videos and like 20 pounders, 30 pounders, 40 pounders, but again, they'd have to be big with massive catfish that look like alligators swimming around. They'll just eat them as well if they don't get big enough pretty quick. So
That's awesome. Now,
yeah,
now with that saying, just because you brought up it, what? And I don't know. You know, this is something we're all learning right now, and I don't like when you're out fishing. Are there any animals that like in your area or the spots that you fish that you have to keep an eye out for because you might get attacked by something?
no, I mean that's in the UK we don't have to worry. Well, no crocodiles, no alligators, nothing like that. That it's more we have the nuisance. We have the nuisance duck that dives over you, especially when you're carp fishing. If
Yeah,
they see you, for carp fishing, you can have like a spod rod, which is like a rocket that you can put your bait in and cast out. So if you're casting, say, 100 yards plus,
yeah,
obviously you're not going to catapult bait out there. So you have a rocket, you can cast bait. And as soon as that bait hits, all the coots, all the mallards, all kinds of ducks straight diving after your bait. So it's more of a nuisance we have over here kind of thing.
yeah.
So
What about snakes? Do you ever have any snake issues or?
no, I mean, all we really have is corn snakes and everything. So it's
Okay.
more like, sweet, I've got a new pet.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right on.
So yeah, it's nothing. No, that's what I mean. But have the rubbish weather, as it's notoriously known for the
Well,
UK.
and that's which is funny because that's like how it is where I'm at. I don't really have too many, like, we have raccoons, coyotes, stuff like that every once in a while. I mean, I've seen like 2 coyotes and while I was fishing in 30 years,
Yeah.
but that's like my biggest thing. Now, when you get more down in the southern part of the United States, that's when you have to worry about the alligators and different snakes and stuff. But I don't even have the snakes up here. It's like we have garter snakes and that's about it. But that's pretty cool though. And Michael, I see Michael Sanford over here says he loves the accent. And let's see here, just make it. See now, I don't. It looks like. Okay, so my one. Let me see here, because of course, my comments stopped on my laptop again, so I'm gonna have to use my phone here in front of me. Eileen says, I watched fishing with my mom as a kid, so I love watching fishing channels. She loved watching Bill dance. Did you ever watch Bill dance, Stu?
No, I mean, for over here, which I guarantee you, well, I think he was massive over in America because that's where he's from, but Rex Hunt, I used to watch quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then for here, it was mostly a lot of the UK fishermen, like as we were talking the other day, people like Matt Hayes, who's well known all around the world.
Yeah.
And then other carp fishermen that like influenced me as a kid, like really wanting to carp fish. But yeah, I mean, I remember going over to my friend's house who I'd like Sky, and we'd just watch hours of Rex Hunt, and then it was like funny when he'd be like, and now we're going over to the UK, and it's like, no way.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was mostly Rex Hunt because I liked it as well because, again, he would do all kinds of fishing. He wouldn't just do, say, like bass fishing or anything. He'd do sea fishing. He'd go rivers. He'd go ice fishing. He'd do anything.
Do it all around, just all around fishermen. And those are the ones I see. Now, while I'm a cat fisherman, those are the ones that I like watching. Because I like to see people catch other stuff that I don't target, That's what, like Bill Dance, huge bass fisherman.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he's known for, I mean, and I remember watching him when I was a kid because you'd wake up Saturday morning and he was who was on TV on the channels, But let's see here. And go ahead, you guys. I'm just going to say this real quick and then we'll get back. If you guys do want to post your channel links in there and you're a moderator, you can. If there's somebody else in there that doesn't have a wrench, if you could post their channel for them as well. And I see we have Carp Fishing with Lewis in here that says hello, Stu.
Yeah, he's one of my friends. He's actually on some of my videos.
Okay.
You'll see him. He'll either be cameraman for me if like I've got a fish, or obviously I'll film him. Obviously if he's catching. But yeah, it's normally Lewis and Scott who come out mostly with me. Used to be a couple more, but I think the winter stopped them fishing. They didn't want to come out in the winter so much. So I was like, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's what it's with what we got snow-wise yesterday. I was out for about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, shoveling out like 10 feet of my driveway.
Yeah.
Last night. I mean, it's just no fun right now.
Yeah.
Now, I know you've so you have you said that you've used different kinds of rods. Growing up. You had the cane poles when you were a kid, which is awesome. I'm sure there's a lot of people. We do have a lot of Southern people in here, which is cane poles are a big thing that they use. And I had them too. We just didn't use them as often, but that's pretty cool. But what is your favorite that you're using?
A bit of a tackle tart. I love Daiwa. Daiwa is my brand.
Okay.
Daiwa. And at a stretch, I used to use Shimano quite a bit.
Okay.
But then also for like my lure fishing, Abu Garcia as well. But if we're talking carp fishing, it's Daiwa. Daiwa rods, Daiwa reels. Yeah, that's my brand kind of thing. So
yeah, that's what I'm a big Abu Garcia guy myself. That's what I use. I use the C3 6500 bait casters, the big one.
All right. Yeah.
The catfish ones. Those are my go-to. And then I have some Daiwa, and I have a lot of Shakespeare stuff too.
When I was younger, when I was like 11, 12, I had a lot of Shakespeare. And do you remember? Did you have Browning over there? Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you would. I think it could have just been UK and Europe, but Browning. It was sort of on par with like Shakespeare, kind of
Okay.
like not the best brand going, but it was pretty good. It wasn't like a budget one. Yeah, Browning and Shakespeare. When I was really young, probably 11 or 12, that's what I started off with for carp fishing. So yeah,
That's cool. That's cool. Now, see, now I've never attempted to go carp fishing before. Now,
yeah,
like, let's say there's people in here that want to go out and give carp fishing a shot. What would you like? You're getting your stuff together to go
yeah,
out, and you're grabbing. Anybody's pretty much going to use what they use, rod and reel wise, but
yeah.
like hooks, bait, time of day, stuff like that. Like, give us a little information on like when you find, and it doesn't have to because it's probably different everywhere. But like,
Yeah.
what do you prefer? Like time of day, bait, hooks, size, stuff like that.
Time of day doesn't bother me because I'll get up 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, ready for fishing, and I'll fish all day. I'm
Okay.
not one normally who'll just get, after work, do a couple of hours. I'll fish all day, or if I have to fish after work, I'll get there after work, say 5, 6 o'clock, and then I'll be there probably overnight. But it's kind of difficult. Like, I mean, for carping, because the amount of videos and YouTubes that I've seen over in America, I see all the grass carp and they're so big, like all the bass lakes people are fishing. It's like, just give me half an hour on that lake just for all them grass carp. I'd have a field day. But I mean, you can just either with like a small bobber or just free line, say on like something like, say, a size 6 or size 8 hook, get a bit of bread crust, or if you soften like the dog biscuits, the mixers up, soften them, cast them out. Those carp in the warmer times, they'll take it within seconds straight off the top.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, if we're fishing on the bottom, I'd say something like a 12-foot rod. I mean, it's obviously going to differ here because obviously I know a lot of the fishing over in America, you have like it's all spinning setups mostly, isn't it? Like medium heavies and
Yeah.
lights and stuff. But for the carp or catfisherman, something like a 12-foot, 3-pound test curve rod, and then something like a 2.5-ounce ledger. Like I say, probably to a size 6 hook, and you can go old school like a lot of people started, say on a size 6 or 8 hook, put 3 or 4 grains of sweet corn on, cast that out. Those carp will nail that very fast, like I say. And it's the same with like, say, spam, luncheon meat, anything like that, or boilies, which obviously the UK and Europe, we're mad about boilies. That's our baits for carp. But yeah, I mean, you catch them on a lot. I mean, my friend, he was pike fishing. What was it? I think a couple of months ago, and he was dead baiting with a sardine. So fairly big size bait, something like about that. And a 27-pound carp took the sardine when he was
Oh, no
pike
kidding.
fishing. Yeah, and it was like, no way. I mean, I've known a couple of times that to happen. One person, he was spinning with a popper, and the carp took it off the top.
Huh.
And he was like, yeah, I was
So
like,
so
no
they're
way.
really a top water fish.
They're all over. They're not just obviously in the summer months. That's when they're going to be a lot on the top. So bread, dog biscuits, or we have zigs, which basically is like your ledger, but then you'll have like your hook link can be like 3, 4, 5 foot long. So obviously it's in the high column of the water.
Okay.
So if the carp are cruising, like when it's like midday, when it's at its hottest, they're gonna really be feeding on the top. And then again, when it gets cooler, or if you're say near Canada where it is cold a lot of the time, just fish on the bottom.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I love about carp. They're not just solitary top feeding or bottom feeding. You can catch them any
You
day.
never know. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's awesome. And then I want to say hi. I saw Tom and Rhonda Howard came in. want to say hi, and I hope that Rhonda's feeling better. And we got a note. Let's see here. We got a couple big. So let's read these out and see what we hear. We got cane pole was what I used or what was used by some of us when I was very young kid. Been a couple times, never enough to really get into it. We ever got some things going. I might be tempted to do a little. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about doing it. I've seen some that you can get, not actual cane poles, but they have like cane pole style poles that you
Yeah.
can get now, and I've been thinking about getting one of those to try out.
I've actually seen them, yeah. Again, on I think it was like a few of the other YouTubers that I do watch, people like Fishing with Norm, and I see them going
Yeah,
into all your shops you got over there, and it's like I've seen like the nostalgia look of the bamboo cane, but it's
yeah,
obviously you can see it's a newer style rod, but
like a fiberglass, and
yeah, yeah,
yeah, that's what I know. Bill Dance, the one that they were talking about with the TV show, he actually has one that came out that's like, I want to say it's like 12, 13 feet long, and it's
right.
retractable.
Oh,
So
nice.
it like stores inside of itself, and
Yeah,
it's like 8 inches long or something. And you could just put it all in, but then when it folds out, you get something that's like 13 feet long or 10 feet. Now I can't remember the exact, but and then we got Nell says used cane poles growing up, but many times my cane pole was a suitable length, sturdy stick I picked up on my way to the pond. And that's always fun too. I've been thinking about
yeah,
doing something like that too, like going out just with like some line and a hook and seeing what I could pull off.
yeah, yeah. No, definitely. Like it's well worth a go. Like I mean, I've done I've done it before where I've just gone to like say like a Walmart or something like that. Obviously we don't have Walmarts over here, but something like that. Just picked up say like the equivalent of like say a $30 or $40 setup like rod reel and just had a go for certain fish that I know like I'm not gonna go nuts like with a dead
Yeah.
light rod and try to go for carp because yeah that won't last very long. But yeah, it's just fun. Like it's like a little test, see what you can catch, and then for me, because I love catching perch as well, which you have perch over in America, don't you?
What's
Yeah,
that? I'm sorry, it cut out there for a second.
you have perch over in America,
Oh
don't you?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah,
that was
we have yellow perch like where
yeah,
I'm at. Yeah.
yeah, pretty much the same as the European ones. But yeah, I mean, that was my first fish that I ever caught, and that was just float fishing on
Hmm.
like a couple of maggots, and then yeah, that got me into fishing when I was like 5, catching them. Literally when I was 6, I had a perch and then a pike took it. I was like,
Yeah.
ah.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what the perch around here. That's like our big thing. Because I have Lake Erie, um, which is freshwater lake that's north of me, and not too far at all. But that's like our big thing is the perch. We have perch and walleye.
All right, yeah,
Those are our two big ones that a lot of people, well, commercial wise, like they do a lot of commercial fishing for those. You'll see the perch, like if they're doing fish fries, like around here, that's what you're getting, is like you're getting a perch sandwich. Um, now eating fish,
yeah.
what's your favorite to eat?
Kind of boring. Like I'd say cod,
Okay,
cod,
cod.
yeah, cod or salmon kind of things. Pretty basic. So, which ironically, I used to be a fishmonger, so I can cook them all myself and everything. So
Okay,
scale them. So yeah, that's a
that's awesome.
added bonus. Yeah, I did that when I was 18. Yeah, for like 2 years. I was actually a fishmonger and a butcher. I was training at a grocery store, and yeah, I was covering both. So I thought, happy days. If I want a big barbecue or if I want to like get some fish on, happy days.
That's
I can't
awesome,
wait.
man. How did you get into that? Were you just like, this is something I want to do, or like,
No, it was. I was at like say like a Walmart kind of thing, and then I was just like stacking shelves, and then they were like, right, we need people on like the fish department soon and the butcher's counter. Is it something you want to do? Because I think at the time I was only doing like 16 hours a week,
okay,
and they were going to give me like 32 plus. So I was like, it's a no brainer. Like, yeah, definitely, I'll go on. Yeah, and just went on it from there. So, but
that's awesome though. That's something. That's a cool story too. Not
yeah,
many people, you know what I mean? Like that's,
yeah.
you know,
And it was good in itself because now for my CV, I've got like I'm a trained fishmonger and a butcher, so it just opens a door if I want to go back into that or get a job being a fishmonger again or butcher. So
what do you do right now though?
Mostly I do sales, so like online sales, so eBays and things like that I do because I'm a parent, so my partner can't work. She's off ill permanently, so like
Okay.
yeah, so I do a lot of the school runs, so in my time I'm like buying and selling and stuff like that, so
That's cool.
yeah, so
Yeah, that's what I know. One of my subscribers, and I think there aren't a lot of people on right now because it's early. Like people are, because it's Friday,
yeah,
people are still getting off. But one of my subscribers, her husband does that
yeah,
too. He does like a lot of like sales, selling stuff on eBay and
yeah,
stuff like that, and that's a big thing. I can't remember the guy's name. He's like a millionaire, and he's got his like YouTube channels and Twitter and
yeah,
stuff. But there was one guy that I was following forever, just learning about business because I do sales too.
right, yeah,
And I watched him all the time, but that was like his big thing is he would like go to like garage sailing,
oh
like
right,
on the
yeah.
weekends. He'd go buy stuff in garage sales and then post it on eBay. And
Yeah, I mean, I did similar things. Like I used to buy like a lot of like the pop vinyl figures.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, buy them because I'm a bit of a nerd at heart, really. So yeah, I love.
Well, that's what I don't know if you could see real well behind me, but this is my Magic row, and then I got my D&D stuff. And
I was on the other side of that. I did Yu-Gi-Oh.
okay,
I did a little bit of D&D, but it was mostly Yu-Gi-Oh. When I was really younger, when Pokemon was when it blew up, when we were probably roughly about 11, both
oh
of us.
yeah,
Yeah, I got into Pokemon. It was just trading them, but yeah, I played Yu-Gi-Oh. I think from when I was like 18, and I only recently, like say over the last year or two, stopped because I wanted to focus more on fishing because it was taking a lot of time away from fishing, and yeah, fishing was my first love. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna have to go back to fishing, kind of thing. So
no, I know how that is. That's what I've had to do it a little bit too. I haven't even been playing Magic at all. And wow, my comments just jumped. It must have I just like stopped getting comments for like 5 minutes.
I think I did on my other iPhone as well. It just froze all of a sudden.
Yeah, they just all popped up here. Let me just check these. I'll just kind of talk while I'm looking at these. But yeah, just with like the Magic, I haven't played Magic in years.
Yeah.
And thanks for posting Shoot Dang Ranch there too. Let's see here. Rustic Outdoors just gave you a new sub there.
Thanks, appreciate it. I'll check yours out as well when I've done the live. Anyone who's subscribed, I'll go check because yeah, I'm just a fishing fanatic. I love it. I don't care what it is, or even outdoors. I used to do again when I was younger. I used to do a bit of hunting, but our hunting's very, very tame over here. All we've really got is like pheasants, birds, rabbits. That's yeah. So a lot of the time, I'll be just going around with like for example, like a 2.2 rifle. Yeah. So, but it was fun.
And we have I see that we have the famous Jared Crocker in here. Have you watched the Crockers at all?
I have, yeah. I've watched when you've had them on and stuff.
Yeah. That's what they. His brother Jason's doing a live tonight, so in a couple hours. But yeah, no, Jared, they're great guys though, man. They've become good friends over the past year here. They actually the ones that got me into doing YouTube. Now, what got you into doing YouTube? Like, how did you decide? Like, what was the breaking point where you're like, I just need to do this. I need to videotape why I'm out here.
Well, it's something I always wanted to do, but I think it was more of a case of I always thought I'm gonna have to get £1,000 laptop. I'm gonna have to get a load of GoPros. I'm gonna have to get a drone. I'm gonna have to get this, and it was almost me putting myself off and thinking, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. And then it was like on YouTube, I was just like seeing a couple of guys, and they were just like what me and you were doing, just on iPhones, doing vids and clips and everything and shorts and everything. So it's just like, I've got no excuse. I've got an iPhone. It's something that I love doing. So why not just start it and just see how it goes kind of thing from there. So
That's awesome, man. Well, that's what we were talking about. That at Nature's Playground. I'm up here. I'm up in Ohio. Um, Unfortunately, I guess I don't know. I don't even know what I think about where I live most of the time anymore. When the snow's like this, I don't like it. I'm jealous of everybody that doesn't have it. But right now, it seems like most of the United States is getting snow. So let's see here. Um, I'm just checking the comments one more time before we move
Yeah,
on.
no worries.
Make sure. It's a good thing to be a nerd. It's a compliment. That sure is true.
Yeah,
I don't mind it at all. That's what I was big. I was big into Pokemon too, and
yeah.
I had my little Game Boy.
Same,
Played all
same.
the time. Now, do you play the new? Do you play Pokemon Go at all?
Again, like I stopped about a year and a half ago, but I gave it to my son because I literally the day it came out, I hammered it. I was probably doing about 4 or 5 hours every day. Any
Yeah.
kind of raid, I was on it. I was literally on the Facebook groups around us,
Uh-huh.
like telling people, right, we've got 4 o'clock, we're at town hall, get
Yeah.
down there, let's do this raid. And especially like the OG big Pokemon came when like Mew came and Mewtwo,
Oh
I was
yeah.
like, let's get them quick. So my Pokedex, it filled out so fast. I was like, this is like nostalgia at its highest here. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Well, that's what I go through phases with it, where it's like sometimes because like what I would do is like I'd be catfishing, so I'm just sitting there, and
yeah,
like some of the places I was doing, there were stops right by me,
exactly. So
so
there's
I'd
no
be sitting
reason,
there
just
just messing around while
a
I'm
couple of minutes
fishing.
on, on your phone. Yeah.
But it comes and goes though. It's like I'll go real hard on it for a while, like when they have something new come out, and then I fall away from it. But um, let's see here, just
Yeah,
checking.
I think I fried a couple of my phones because I always used to have like a power pack in my back pocket and I wouldn't even look at my phone and I fried the batteries on so many phones
Oh,
just
oh yeah, man.
non-stop.
Just having it plugged in constantly and just,
That's it, yeah, because like obviously right when it first came out on like I don't even know what phone I had, iPhone 6, 7, something like that. But yeah, I'd like literally get about an hour and my battery would just go woof, straight down. I'm like, whoa.
oh yeah, yeah, it happens. Let's see here. Eileen says Pikachu and Squirtle are the ones I like. Um, yeah, let's see here, and it looks like Stu needs 4 more to hit 100.
Happy days.
Well, and there's 16 people in here, so I guarantee that there's 4 more people that can go over. Now, you guys remember when you head over, if you go over and you like and subscribe now, go back and watch some of his videos too. Just don't go over and subscribe. Make sure you watch some because you want that to stick for him. Keep watching them. I mean, even if you're not into fishing, you might, some people like watching it.
Yeah.
Aline said that, like, you don't have to be into fishing to like watching somebody fishing because sometimes you just like the person.
Well,
You know what
that's it,
I mean?
yeah. And like, I've got a lot of fellow YouTubers here in the UK that I just watch because they'll just tell like their weekly story. Like, I've got
Yeah.
one guy, he's a bus driver, and he just tells me about some of the crazy customers he has on like his bus, and he'll tell me that, and it just breaks down the video, even if you're not watching it specifically for what he's fishing for. It's just something to watch, and yeah.
You're at 100 subscribers now.
Wow. Yeah, I just saw on my phone
Yeah.
then. New subscriber, new subscriber. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, and I want to thank Laughing Cat Fishing for stopping in. Thanks for being here. Yeah, that's what it's. I think because right now we're at about 20 people watching, and usually we're in the 40s, and I think it's because it's earlier today.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
don't be surprised if some more pop up later on when people start rewatching the replay, because
yeah,
that's what
no.
that's.
I normally message, don't I? Drop you a message when I'm on, and it's normally like 1 o'clock here, give or take, when you do your normal live. So
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I would have stayed up, but I am fishing in the morning, not too far though. So I'm doing canal fishing for pike. I'm going on the river and trying to catch actually one of my targets, which we didn't finish off the rest, a grayling, trying to catch my first grayling. So I'll try to do that. And then, there is a sturgeon place that I want my first sturgeon because they're insane looking fish. Like
They are, man.
prehistoric.
They're like prehistoric. They're like dinosaurs.
Exactly. Yeah, it is. Again, it ties into something looking like a Pokemon. It's
Oh
like,
yeah.
it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I've got a lake lined up. I think my friend Scott, who again does some of the filming for me, will probably be going there like in May. If not, probably Lewis, who was on earlier, probably come with me. So, but yeah, tomorrow, pike and grayling. But there is trout in the river as well that I'm fishing. So if I get one of them, I'm not too fussed. So
That's awesome, man. I wish I was doing that tomorrow, but unfortunately, I would have to dig through quite a bit of snow to be able to get anywhere.
yeah, so it's not about getting knackered before you've even started fishing, like digging ice out. It's not going to be fun. So, but it is what it is, isn't it? So
Yeah. Well, I just popped this comment up here too. Christine Buckland asked, "I subbed, but has a question. Does anybody know how to find car keys in the snow?" Which that sounds like a pretty good question. I would say probably a magnet too. That might be what I would go for.
yeah.
Maybe try to find a magnet there and see if maybe that was. It's probably got to be a pretty strong magnet. But I hope they find the keys. That's no fun,
Yeah.
especially with the price of what it costs to get. Especially if they're one of those electronic keys.
Oh yeah, if it's like a BMW or a Mercedes,
Oh yeah,
hell no.
that's what
wouldn't wanna-
I've got. I've got my F-150. I got my truck, but then
Right.
I have I drive a Volkswagen Jetta
Right.
too, and I had one of the keys I dropped one time, and it like cracked, and like just everything just fell out of it. And I called them, and even for that Volkswagen, it was like $500 something, which I don't know the conversion to pounds, but
It'll be expensive. That
yeah,
it'll
like
probably be about £350 or something
yeah,
like that at least.
yeah. But I was just like, nah, I'm not worried about it. I got one key still. We'll roll with it. But
Yeah.
it's crazy. Let's see here. Oh, I have a bunch of questions still. Now, so we did your roll. Now, what is your time of the year? Now, I know, like you said, you're going tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
seasonal wise, like, what's your favorite season to fish in?
Yeah, summer. So
Summer.
It's just the best. Like, because like everything that I fish for is just 100 times better. The carp, insanely good in the summer. Even like the pike that I fish for now through the winter and stuff, they're still going crazy, taking all the bait fish, all the roach, all the perch, and everything. So it's literally whatever I want to fish for. It's like that. My only problem with summer, it goes too quick. A lot of fishermen will probably relate to that. It is not enough weeks through the summer. It's just I want to go here, and then it's autumn by the time you've done half of them. So
That's what I like. It's weird because I have better luck like pre-summer, like
right,
that like spring summer, like right
yeah,
when it's gonna change where you still have like some of the cooler nights, warmer days. Like that's when I usually have really good luck. That's when I've caught all my personal bests.
yeah. And
Is like
that
right then or fall.
right, yeah. Again, yeah. I mean, for catfish as well. Again, the spring, it's when they're starting to wake up and they're on the feed. So again, it probably ties in. They're on the feed, they're going nuts, and then autumn, they're going to be going into a slumber for the winter. So again, they'll be feeding like
They'll be
crazy.
feeding like crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Laughing Cat Fishing asks, what kind of rig do you use for carp?
There's a few. I mean, the most popular one, if you don't know about it, it's the spinner rig or the Ronnie rig, which is basically just like a swivel. Normally, a lot of people use like fluorocarbon, and then it's on like another spinner with a clip on, so you can clip on your hook, and then some rig tubing over it, and it's good for like pop-ups if you use like pop-up boilies or anything. But it's really good because a lot of the carp, after like say one or two carp, the hook will be blunt, and instead of tying a whole new rig, you can literally from the little bottom spinner that has your hook on, you can pop it off within seconds, put a brand new one on, put a bit of rig tubing on it, and you're good to fish again. And also for casting, it's if you're casting, say, in like weed, so like Canadian weed, or if you're in like a silty place, or if it's like a mud bottom, it'll present over any kind of bottom, so you don't have to worry, am I snagged up in weed, am I snagged up in silt? So yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah, that was a good question too, because that was actually
really good.
I had it written down over here, and that was one I was going to ask you, and then Laughing Cats was awesome enough to
there you go. So. Yeah, like I say, Google it. Probably put in Ronnie rig, carp fishing. Don't put in spinner rig, because 9 times out of 10 it'll come up with a spinner rig, as in a crankbait rig or something like that. So
of course. Yeah. And then I do want to say this too here. I agree with Michael Sanford, because I saw that Nature's Wild Playground said, sorry, helping my daughter. She is starting a new hobby, and there's never any need to apologize for taking time away from this to go help out your children.
Definitely.
Stu's got kids. I got kids.
I've got 3 kids myself, so I completely understand.
We all understand that, and it's kind of a goofy. We're doing it like right around dinner time too. Here in the United States, it's nighttime in the UK, so we completely understand that people have stuff going on. That's why I imagine most people are going to be catching this probably on the replay, which is fine too, because we're going to have all this good information we're getting about carp fishing from Stu. We're going to have for forever now.
Yeah. Like I say, guys, and Matty, if you want me on again another time, what I'll try to do, as it fell a bit awkward because I'm fishing in the morning, I'll try to do it on a day where I'm not fishing in the morning, so I can come on at your normal time where it's like 1 o'clock for me. Yeah. So that way it'll probably be a lot easier for people, so they're not having the dinner or anything.
Man, we can always do that. And that's what I always tell everybody when I have them on, like after a couple months or so, like I want to have them back on again, so that we can see where they're at, and like if anything's changed, like with your channel, specifically, like where are you at now? It's like I would love, and somebody said here that they it would be awesome if you could get to 115, 120, and I think that would be awesome too. And if anybody in here could share out this live, I don't know how much longer we're actually going to be on for. We'll go for a while here, but to share this live out, or to even share the replay of it so that other people could see it, and let your friends know to go check out Stu, that would be awesome. Anything we can do to help, our fellow community members is always great. And let me see here. I saw that we have another one. So something like a pulley rig is what Laughing Cat Fishing is saying.
You can go really simplistic with carp fishing and cat fishing. In a sense, you could literally just have, say, like a running rig with your bead on, with a lead on. You could have your swivel with your hook link, whether it's, say, I don't know, 6, 8, 10 inches long, with whatever material you want. If you want braid, fluorocarbon, mono, anything, to your hook. And if you don't want to do, which a lot of people do with like the hair rigs, so you put in like boilies or pellets on that's not on the hook, it's just coming off. You don't have to do that. You can literally just tie your hook on, and then, like I said earlier, you can have sweet corn on it, you can have pepperoni on it, spam, anything, bread. Even like I used to catch carp when I was younger, just on like bread balls around the hook. Yeah. Just simplistic fishing, really, like what we all kind of started with. Just do that. I think the one thing over there in America you've got over us, the carp haven't seen a million different rigs continuously for them. It's the bass that have seen it all. Over here, we've had to go through an evolution of different rigs. So, like, literally, just over the last 30 years, I can't even list how many different rigs, how it's evolved, and little tweaks here and there where I could like go over to, like, say, a farm pond over there, or a big lake or anything where there's carp in, set up a basic rig, and the carp won't be used to seeing it and getting caught on it. So 9 times out of 10 you're going to catch on even the more simplistic. And it's like the old motto goes, you don't want to overcomplicate anything. If you can go simplistic as you can, you're
Yep.
going to get results off that. So
Yeah, that's I agree. Once and my big thing, like the rig that I use for catfishing, I use Carolina rig.
right, yeah,
Is what I use, and I have found things along the way that have made them easier.
yeah,
All different kinds of slides, and I stopped using beads. I started
right,
using rubber,
yeah,
like almost like rubber. They're kind of like spongy,
yeah, I get
so
what
it
you
like
mean. Yeah,
absorbs it. And then I wanted to say to Heavenly Dreams Dairy Goats, I did. If you go back and you watch the beginning of this, I opened your package with the coffee mug and the soap. So I really do appreciate that. And then you have some sponsors, right, Stu?
yeah. I've got a bait sponsor, Bayless Baits, which I've been just over 2 years with them now. I'll say like 2 years, 2 months, something around that. And they've been really good to me. Like I joined them as Martin, the owner, and his wife just were setting it up. So I jumped on board. And again, another thing, like Instagram's such a fantastic thing for fishing and everything. I
Mm-hmm.
saw him initially on there and spoke to the owner. He saw kind of the fish that I was catching and that it was kind of regular. Added him on Facebook, had a chat with him and stuff. And then, yeah, he just gave me some bait as like a test to see how I get on.
Yeah.
Took it out, caught, sent him catch results. And then, yeah, as I got with him, it's just been, I've gone up the ranks with the sponsor. So it used to be, I think it was like when I first started, like 10% discount on all baits. Then it went up
Yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, etc., etc. Yeah, and it's been really good to me. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a shame because where the base, it's in Essex, and I'm just on the border of I'm in North Wales, which you'll
Okay.
probably know better as it's like right near Chester and Manchester. So I'm in the northwest of the UK and in England, but they're in like the south coast kind of thing in Essex. So it's not like I can go and see them because it's like a 300-mile drive to them kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Right.
So I'm not going to go in every week. But I mean, yeah, like I say, the owner's been really good to me. So yeah, Bayless Baits, they do all boilies, pellets for carp fishing, do flavourings, which another one of our guys who's recently joined us, he does a lot of pike fishing
Okay.
and he uses a lot of shads and everything. And some of the carp flavourings that we have like a fishy flavoured one called like Crazy Krill. And he actually coated his shad in it, cast it out a couple of times, and that was enough. It got the pike biting just that extra kick that was coming off the shad when he was lure fishing. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
see.
then,
Real quick, Laughing Cat says they use hair rigs for carp.
yeah,
And he says, I catch carp in my river on Carolina rigs.
right.
So, which, I mean, I think that's pretty similar, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, hair rigs, like, with the Ronnie rigs, like I was saying, the Ronnie / spinner rigs, you don't have a hair. It's almost as like, there can be like a bait screw just coming off the hook,
Yeah.
or you can have like a mini swivel. And what you do, you put your boilie on with like some kind of floss, tie it to the swivel and push it onto the swivel so it stays on. Then just get a lighter and burn a bit of the floss on the other side and then stick it on.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, when I first started, it was hair rigs all the time, just basic carp hair rigs all the time. And I catch, I mean, man, no one but tench, bream, carp, all kinds of things on just basic hair rigs. But like I say, it's over here, it's the evolution. It's almost like, why are you not using this rig when it's brand new kind of thing? But every now and again, I will go back because the carp, they're pretty clever and they'll be like, after seeing like the newest kind of style rig, if they see that day in, day out, and it's just a day ticket fishery where
Yeah.
people are coming on constantly doing it, just going back to just a basic hair rig, no frills, nothing special about it, that can be enough to throw the carp out and you catch them back on the old school, like what you used to do kind of thing. So, But yeah, I
Now,
mean,
now in the UK, do you have fishing licenses? Do you
yeah,
have to?
we have rod licenses in Scotland. You don't have to have a rod license, which is annoying. And Ireland, in Northern Ireland, England, and Wales, you have to have a rod license. You can get a basic course license, which is it covers you for two rods that you're fishing. And a lot of carp fishermen, as you've probably seen, they'll fish two rods at the same time, kind of thing. Or you can get a 3-rod license. It's like £45, so it's not too dear for the year.
Okay.
But then all the different lakes and rivers, some might be day tickets, so you pay on the day, obviously, or they might be season tickets, so you pay for the one-off price for the year. You can fish it as much as you want. Some, it's a touchy subject. I would say some, you get a free fishing, but it's a grey area of kind of, it's free fishing to an extent kind of thing. It's like certain parts of like a river you can get is free fishing where it is, but you got to know that spot, and it won't put it on like a post, like on a tree or anything near the river. Free fishing from here to here. You've just got to know. So it's a bit of a
It's an
funny
iffy
thing.
situation. You're just
Yeah.
better off having it so that you don't.
Yeah, I mean, you get your rod license, you covered, like I say, and then a lot of the places you go, you're going to know straight away if they're a day ticket or a season ticket kind of thing. But yeah.
Yeah, that's what we. I mean, we have now. When you're traveling, like we can pick up like 1-day licenses, like if we're in a different state, or a 7-day or 14. Depending on what
we can do the
you're
same.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I think mine's like $23 for the year. It's like annually, it's like $23. But it's how many rods we can use in Ohio. Now this isn't in the United States. This is just in Ohio.
Right.
So certain rivers that are attached to certain lakes, you can use 3.
Right.
And then like most inland lakes, you can only use 2.
Right.
So it all depends, and it's all based on different. And I think that they, and then we have our catch limits, of course, too, on top of that. But it's like for them, it's like we can max out, like in my area is 3 if they're connected to the lake. So like for that area, but most of the rest of the state you can use 2. Right. Hi, Fishing with Big Mike. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Fishing with Big Mike, that might be somebody you want to check out. He does a lot of lives catfishing.
Okay.
And he catches some nice sized catfish there too. And I didn't want to not Laughing Cats up here. They said that the UK is a different level for carp fishing than here in the US. And yeah. I noticed that anytime I go to look at anything carp wise, it's always coming up with the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, you may have seen. Have you ever watched Monster Carp?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, I've been over to America, and like I say, a few times, and it's like some of the lakes over there that you have, they're basically like seas over here. It's like, damn.
Oh
yeah. The size is.
And I want to say this too. I'm not taking away from any other cat fishermen in here. I just saw Big Mike like Laughing Cat Fishing. Check, like if there's a fishing channel in here, you want to check them out. I don't think that there's anybody in here that's a fisherman that I've not been impressed watching something that they do. That's why I subscribe to them, and they end up subscribing back, is because I'm impressed, with what they're doing. Polar Bear, he's won a couple of my I think he won 2 of my like the first competitions I ever like put on. I think he ended up winning them, but yeah, no, these are all like we have a really good our fishing community, and mine. I get a little bit of every like more than just fishermen. I get a lot of the homesteaders, farmers, stuff like that too. I try to do a little bit of everything, and then I'm friends with some of those people, and I do the comedy stuff too. Right. So it's like you get a little bit of everything. But I'll say this for the fishing community: you want to talk about a tight group of people that just always have each other's backs. It's these guys. Yeah. Just great people. Now, is there anywhere that like out of your area that you want to fish one day? That's like your main, like a goal to go fish somewhere.
can't think of anything right off my head. There's a few lakes in France and stuff that I want to go, because like in France, the carp, again, they're on another level. They're pushing like £90 over there. Our UK record, well, it was actually caught not so long ago. I think it was at £72, but there was a bit of controversy about it or something. But it's around the £72 mark. But yeah, France is just because obviously it's hot all year over there, so the carp are continuously feeding. So the amount of 20-pounders, 30-pounders, 40-pounders, 50-pounders, 60-pounders over there is just on another level to here in the UK. And literally, I mean, it's annoying because I can go to near London, go over the channel for like half an hour, and I'm in France. It's that close.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. So, but yeah, no. I think really it's probably a couple of different lakes in France. I can't think of the names right off my head right at this moment. But I think in the UK, there's only like one or two, and I'm going to a couple of them. One being one of the lakes where I'm going for sturgeon this year, because that's like probably one of my biggest target goals for this year, to catch a sturgeon, because I don't care if it's literally this or it's off the chart.
You just want to catch one. Just
catch one. I'll be happy, kind of thing. But yeah, nothing, no standout places that I can think at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, just curious. I'm just checking my notes here to see if there's anything that I missed. Now, and if anybody in here is new to coming in here, this is Steve's Fishing. If somebody can post his link again, I want to make sure. And if you guys have any friends, he's a carp fisherman. I'm sure you're learning that now as you come in, as we're talking. But I want you guys to go over and check him out. Give him a like, subscribe, check out some of his videos. Super nice guy. I'm having a blast talking to you, man.
Yeah,
like this is just fun. And I'm excited, man. I wish that it wasn't so far away, because I'd go fishing with you, man. I bet we'd have a blast.
Like I've said to you a few times, I want to go over to America. The amount of places you got. I mean, I want to catch a bass. Unfortunately, in the UK, we don't have like freshwater bass at all. All we have is sea bass. That's it. Which they're fun, but it's not the same. I want a largemouth bass. I want a striped bass. I want smallmouth bass, and it's like, nope, not unless I go over to America or somewhere. I'm not going to catch one. So,
well, you ever head over here, let me know, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if you're not coming to my neck of the woods, I'll head down, man. I'll take a vacation and go. That's why, because it's like you were talking about distance, like hour wise, but it's like even like, and it's not too bad, but it's like I'm going to this shoot dang meetup, which is my friends. They're putting on it's like a YouTube meetup.
Oh right,
but and it's like I'm driving 13 hours to go to. So which it's worth it though. I can't not, like, I really want to go. It's like when you got that concert, and you're like, man, they're not playing my town, but they're there. I'm going to do it. That's
I've done it before. I mean, thankfully we have download over here in the UK, and it's like, it's not far. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours max drive for me here. So it's not too bad. But fun little fact, that 13 hours, you could go from the highest point in Scotland all the way down to the south westerly point in Cornwall in England. You could have done the whole of the UK distance in that 13 hours you're going to travel.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Well, that's what, and Fishing with Big Mike, he says, come to the Tennessee River. You can get all those fish that you were talking about in one trip. That's true. It's a good river to fish.
But I want to go Texas, because like the amount of steaks and steak places that I see, and it's like, oh damn.
That's what I went a couple of weeks ago. We had like my end of year work party, and we went to an all you can eat steak restaurant, and they just come out and they like cut the pieces off and put them on your plate, and they do steak, lamb chops, like pork stuff, chicken hearts. Like they do everything, and they just bring it out, and you just sit there, and it's all you can eat. It's not cheap, but it's amazing, and you get to try everything. But man, if I
did that, I probably wouldn't eat for like 2 or 3 days after. I'll be like, I'm massive. I love beef, so like feed me burgers, steaks all day long, and I'm happy.
Oh yeah, I'm all about the meats, man.
Yeah.
All about the meats. If I can get some meats, I'm eating it. Let's see here. Swampland Outdoors says hello.
Hey guys.
And we got Grilling and Chilling with Mojo in here. And just seeing if we missed any comments here. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm trying to do better at reading the... Oh, Laughing Cat had another question here. Stu, do you use a rotten bottom rig? And if so, for what species?
Say again, sorry.
A rotten bottom rig is what he's calling it.
Rotten bottom rig.
I'm not sure what that one is. That's one I haven't used.
No, it's like I say. I mean, just simple ledger weights kind of thing.
Yeah,
and then just hair rigs or Ronnie rigs for cat fishing. Obviously, I'm adapting because like last time, I was saying to Matty, I went to a pool. It's like literally, it was tiny. It was I'm being generous at saying it's an acre. And at this complex, this big fishery, it was almost like a stock pond. And it originally had tench and crucian carp and a few smaller carp in there. And there was a specific catfishing pool, which was about 1.5 acres, but they only had one big peg on it. So you had to book it online kind of thing. And it's quite a well-known complex called Commonwood Fishery.
Okay.
The problem was a lot of people come into it and then it was either booked or they just couldn't get the space. So I think what they were going to do is put some catfish in this other pond and then let people fish that if they couldn't get on. Long story short was they didn't go down that route. The catfish that they put them in at, I don't know, say anything from like 8 to 20 pounds, something in the region.
Okay.
Within about 1.5 years, the 20-pounder was up to about 45, 55 pounds. Something
That's
like
what you were saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Unfortunately, the tench and the crucian carp, a lot of them, obviously, the catfish is going to eat them if there's nothing else in there.
Yeah.
But I ended up going there. I think one of my shorts on my YouTube is on the day that I've gone there. I caught a couple of carp at the start. Nothing great, but it saved me having a blank session. Within, I think it was half an hour after my short, my bite alarm went off, hit into it, and it was just like having a truck on the end of my rod. I couldn't stop it. And this pool, with it only being 1 acre as well, there was quite a big tree that was covering 1/3 of it. So it was a massive snag anyway. This catfish dragged me all around, and my clutch wasn't slack really at all. It's kind of tight. I couldn't have it too tight because it'll just snap me, even with like 80-pound braid on. Took me into a bush, snagged me in there for about 15, 20 minutes. Then it came out. I was like, yes. At that time, the bailiff and the owner came round, and this specific catfish that's hovering between 45 to about 55 pound has like a lot of red markings on its back. It's just a normal Wells catfish, but it almost looked like it'd been slapped kind of thing, like a red rash kind of marking. Anyway, when they were coming, they were watching me, and then it came up, flipped its tail, and it was massive. And they're like, "Yeah, that's Stu. That's the biggest in here, mate. Don't lose it." I was like, "Oh, no pressure then." Anyway, literally after they said that, about another 10, 15 minutes later, it went into a near bush. I got it out of there. Then it took me straight into that tree, wrapped me round, and nothing I could do. So after about 10 seconds, the line was gone. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I've had that happen quite a few times to me.
Yeah.
Do you guys have gar in the UK?
No. Again, like on a lot of like you guys YouTubers channel, I see it. It's like, oh, there's alligator gar, look awesome, but no, we don't have them over here. That's the thing.
That's what I want to fish really bad is for, and I've had people in my chats before be like, "Oh yeah, come on down to Texas.
Yeah,
I'll take you alligator gar." And I had somebody that told me they would take me alligator hunting, and I was like, awesome. "Yeah, I need to do that." I mean, it's
Sounds good.
horrifying, but like somebody knows what they're doing. I'm down. Let's do it.
I'll get a plane now. Let's go over. Let's go
Yeah.
get a massive steak. I'll like go to a massive restaurant, get a load of food, and then go alligator gar fishing, and then
Right.
go alligator fishing straight after it. Happy day. Sounds like a plan to me.
That's what I wonder, and I don't know because I don't know enough because I don't live down in that part of the United States. But I wonder, like, I know they have seasons for it,
Yeah.
but it's like I wonder what the seasons are. That's something I'll have to look into. But yeah, that's I wondered if you had gar. That's one of those things because that's another prehistoric.
Yeah.
You know,
Another thing that I've seen is like the people who go like bow fishing for, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're catching an alligator gar on a bow. Like, it's like, how are you doing that when it's like probably half of them, like they look like they're about 100 pounds, they look massive.
Oh yeah.
And then
Massive.
just off a bow, it's like, I'm surprised that bow, I know it's got a barb to keep it in, but I'm surprised it's not just popped clean out of it. So,
well, that's the big fish that we have around in my area is we have the muskie.
Right, yeah.
That we have around, but that's like your
it's like the bigger
15,
version of the pike.
Yeah, 15,000 casts to get one.
Right,
all the baits are gigantic, and I keep having people tell me that they're going to take me, and I'm like, well, you're going to take me 500 times so I can get enough casts in to catch one. I would love to catch one.
Yeah.
I just haven't had the chance to yet. But that's what we have pike too.
Is it more like you've got to go through like 30, 40 pike before you even get one?
Yeah,
kind of
that's
thing?
That's what we have pike. We have the walleye, and then we have sawguy.
Right.
I think the sawguy is like a mix in between pike and walleye.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, no, that's what in my area we have a lot of not a lot of pike, but you do run into them often.
Yeah.
You can, especially when you're walleye fishing because they act the exact same.
Right,
it's same. You're all using the same stuff. Let's see here. Loki Trapping Adventures says, never try to eat coon. I have coon today, but I just got to skin it. Huh. Guys, don't forget to connect to us. We have a new upload on for our non-trappers. After your comments, put numbered Loki and get a chance to win 30 watch hours. Hi, Anna, the old folk. How are you doing? I'm just seeing if I missed anything here. I always got to scroll back up and look. I always feel bad when I miss something.
Grilling and chilling with Mojo. Thanks for the comment. I've just had a comment on my YouTube, so I'll check them all, and I always respond to every single comment that I have on my YouTube. So thanks a lot.
Oh, and we got Air Run in here. Air Run is also he's a hunter fisherman that I know from the Oklahoma area.
All right, yeah.
He's a great guy. He's good friends with Fishing with Big Mike too. But let's see here. Yeah, so I don't know. I think we'll close it up here. I mean, is there anything that you want to end with? Let anybody know. Like, is there anything that you have coming up here to look forward to, or
nothing that I could think. I mean, half me, I'm half tired. I'm not sure you can see my eyes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. I mean, I think it would be good, like I say, if obviously your viewers and yourselves up for it in a couple of months to see where I'm at closer to obviously that goal, like I say, as it's gone, what was it, from 51 to 90 within a month and a bit. So
you're at 106 right now. Yeah. So hey guys, let's see. I'm sure there's new people in here. Can we go over and get him to 110 before we get off here? And I want to say hi to Full Blown Country. See if there's anybody else in here.
Also, I am on Instagram as well. It's pretty much type in Stu's Fishing. You'll find me. It's same logo and everything.
What I will do, and everybody, what I'll do after this is I'll go in and I'll update the description of the video, and I'll put your Instagram in there and that stuff too. So yeah, we can get all that done. But no, I really want to thank you for being on here because I know it's late for you still too, and you want to go fishing in the morning, So yeah, I do appreciate you being on. That's what I can tell. I was sitting there and I'm like, man, I could probably go another 2 hours asking you questions.
Easy. Like, it's just, I love fishing. I love, like, you're really good to chat to. Anyway, I could talk to you, hunting, fishing, I want a steak now, and it's like 20 past 11 at night. So
I'll tell you what, man. You figure out a time to get over to the United States sometime. I'll take you out and get you some steak, man.
sounds good. Well,
I'll figure out where you're at. I'll figure out a way to get down there.
yeah.
We'll get you out and get you some steaks.
Yeah, my son and my youngest daughter has already said, "Are we going Disneyland, Disney World this year, Dad?" I'm like, "We'll see."
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I say, it's all right for my oldest daughter. She's 14. I think she's been 5-6 times now.
Okay.
But yeah, my youngest too, because my youngest daughter is my stepdaughter, but my oldest daughter, obviously my son. Like I say, my daughter's obviously been loads. My stepdaughter hasn't been ever, and she hasn't even been to Disneyland, so in Paris. So she wants to go there a bit as well. So that's a bit more doable at the moment than spending probably 10, 12 grand plus to get flights over there, stay over there, and yeah. But
I'm sure, man. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I know. I know what it is here. And it's like that's what my son is 14, or my son's 13. My daughter's 11.
Right.
He'll be turning 14 this year, and my daughter will be turning 12. But yeah, man, that's what we've never done it. We've never done it here. We've never gone down to Florida and done the Disney World thing. Just haven't done it. And now they're starting to get older. It's
so
like
the nostalgia's going a bit away from it. But in fact, that's the thing for me. It'll be like a bit of a trap because I'll have Disney World there, and then I'll be like, the Florida scene for fishing is insane. So I'll be like, you go there, I'll just fish all these lakes and everything. I'm good.
Yeah, right. Oh, I know, man. Let's see here. I just want to read this real quick. Bud Banks Outdoors says, I don't get on computer much. I watch YouTube on TV. The other night, as soon as I logged onto the computer, the live stream shut down. Yeah, there was. I was talking to Stu about that. Yeah, sometimes you get some trolls and some haters that send you some emails and stuff there, and sometimes you just got to shut it down. So I did it, and we handled it, and we're all good now. But so Stu, I want to thank you again for being here, man.
For me, I appreciate it.
And we will have you on again. Let me know, because we could even do it sooner if you want to. Like, we could talk some more about it.
I'm not forced. I'd come back on next week, but give me a bit of time to get a bit closer to my goal.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You're getting there. I mean, you got a little handful tonight. You up there.
What was I think I was like 90, 91 when I started, and I'm 100 and is it 6, 7?
I don't know where you're at right now. Anybody know what he's at right now? Could you post it in the chat?
Although mine's glitching now on the other iPhone.
Yeah, that's what it takes forever to pull up on my thing. But even if you're 106,
yeah, it's around that mark anyway. Yeah,
you'll get there, man. And that's the thing. Now that you have some new viewers now, and this community likes to 107. There's somebody said they saw 100. Full Blown Country says they see 112 right now.
Oh, crazy.
So I don't know. It's either 107 or 112. Regardless, it's going. And just remember, sometimes those suckers go away for a little bit too. But
yeah, it's one of them things. But yeah, I mean, like I say, even if we said like in another month or so, I'd be more than happy, because then it timed pretty well, because the catfish around here start be waking up. So catfish videos will start coming out then as well. Like,
I know that's what March can't come soon enough for me, man.
I know, yeah. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it this time. But yeah, I've got that, and then I'm gonna have to do 100 subscriber giveaway. So I'm probably gonna do, I'm gonna say 2 videos tomorrow. So one will probably be out by Sunday-ish.
Okay.
So I'll probably tie in a giveaway then, or the following one, because I'm doing the canal fishing for pike and then river fishing. So depending on how tomorrow goes, yeah. As long as I'm awake as well, that's another bonus. So.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to get off here. Thank you, everybody,
worries.
for being here.
No, I appreciate
me and Stu.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh man, I had a blast, and we'll do this again soon. Send me a message, and we could chat and stuff. Hope you catch some good stuff tomorrow too. So
thanks. Yeah, I'll let you know. But yeah, thanks everyone for obviously you new subscribing to me, and yeah, just check this guy out. He's awesome. Really nice to me, like I say. So yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Maddie.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. You have a great night, bud. Tell
You
your
too,
family
bud.
thanks for letting us steal you for a while too.
No worries. Take care, mate.
All right, thanks, man. See you later,
Bye-bye.
bud.
Bye.
Bye.